Okay, so I want to talk about music. I want to talk about music. Look, this I can't see myself because I'm using Chrome right now. This is a time capsule channel, right? I'm gonna. I'm trying to put in things that are important to me. Um, Spotify's being stupid. Spotify's being really stupid. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right, look. What I want to do is I want to list my favorite songs. Just my favorite songs of all time, innit? Um, oh my days. Spotify does not want to work with me. There we go. Is that good? That's good. I want to list some of my favorite songs. I have a playlist on Spotify. It's a public playlist apparently. I have a playlist on Spotify called The Greatest, and that's just my favorite songs of all time. Some of them might need some reconsidering, but generally these are my favorite songs of all time. When it hits 100, I want to stop it there. It's currently at 72. They're not ranked in any way. I think I just added them from my main liked songs. So whatever order that was in, that's the order that this is in. So number one, right? Number one favorite song of all time. I don't have it on Spotify, but my number one favorite song ever is Swan Lake by Tchaikovsky. That has always been my favorite song of all time. I used to listen to a lot of classical music growing up. I wasn't necessarily a classical music head, but Swan Lake was one of my favorites, and it always has been, and I think it always will be my favorite song ever. I really hope I don't sound pretentious saying that. It just makes me very nostalgic. That's all. Um, and I think there's certain musical elements that have wormed their way into stuff that I've made as well. But on the greatest playlist, first is "Can You Feel the Sunshine" from Sonic R. Fantastic, just brilliant. I think that's my favorite song from Sonic R. "Living in the City" is also pretty good, but I don't think that's on here. "Can You Feel the Sunshine"? "Flying the Freedom" from Sonic Adventure 2, Rouge's theme, fantastic. That's on my Nia Music 4 playlist, aka my travel playlist. Um, "Close to You" by the Carpenters, also just a beautiful song. Um, at our Year 13 Leavers Assembly, I think Scarlett and Ricky performed it. I nearly cried. I was like, this is one of my favorite songs, and I'm leaving Year 13 to do my A levels, which weren't great. Um, but I nearly cried because it was just beautiful. "I'm Every Woman" by Chaka Khan. I know I said that they weren't ranked. I think after Swan Lake, it might number two might be "I'm Every Woman" by Chaka Khan. I love that song. I love disco. I was talking about it with Reese not long ago. I love disco. I haven't listened to much of it, but disco is probably, if I had to pick one genre that I would say is my favorite, probably disco. 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars. Fantastic, fantastic song. Fantastic song. "Here Comes the Sun" by the Beatles. That's a very nice one. It reminds me of my grandma. Um, "Kiss from a Rose." "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal. That's also like one of the top ones. That one's great. "Talk Dirty" by Jason Derulo featuring Two Chains. Great song. I'll be saying that for like all of them, but great song. I think it's from like 2013, 2014. And I'm very nostalgic for that sort of period of like pop music. Because how old was I in 2014? I was what, 10? 2013 I was 9. You get the ages from like 7 to 10, 7 to 11. You're going to be really nostalgic for that kind of music. So, yeah. "Long Time" by Playboy Carti. That is if these songs are in a dream, not like an actual dream, if they remind me of a specific year, I will mention that as well. So, "Long Time" by Playboy Carti is very 2020. Um, I listened to that a lot during lockdown in 2020. "Satellite" by Lena. That is a Eurovision one from 2010. That was the one that won. Loved it when it came out. when we watched Eurovision in 2010. I love Eurovision. I love Eurovision. Not what they're doing right now though, but if you know, you know. But I love Eurovision, and that was like the first Eurovision song that I really, really liked. A Horse with No Name by America. I love that song. I first heard it in British Heart Foundation when I was volunteering for British Heart Foundation in like 2021, 2022. So it reminds me of those 2 years. Those 2 years are combined. His World from Sonic 06. Probably the best Sonic song ever. Fight Me. Uptown Funk is on The Greatest. Interesting. Very good song. Makes me very nostalgic for 2014, even though technically it was released in 2013. 2013 to 2015. I remember listening to it. I think the music video came out like... I think I watched the music video very early January 2015. I'm not sure. American Boy by Estelle and Kanye West. One of my favorites. I love that song. I love that song so much. Berserk by Eminem. I think I first heard that on a Disney XD advert back in the day. But yeah, that's a great one. Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin. I love Scott Joplin. This is probably a 2021, 2022 kind of thing. Maybe even earlier than that. Maple Leaf Rag, Pineapple Rag, those are my two favorite Scott Joplin songs. I love Scott Joplin. I love his ragtime. It's fantastic. What's this one? I can't see. Hummingbird from Across the Spider-Verse. Metro Boomin, James Blake, Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack. That is my favorite song from that soundtrack. Annihilate is great. Annihilate is great. Am I Dreaming? That's what it's called. That one's also great, but my favorite is Hummingbird. Levitating, Dua Lipa. Hallucinate, Dua Lipa. Levitating by Dua Lipa changed me. It changed me. I listened to that song. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever heard. I listened to it in 2022, I think, so about 2 years after the album came out. Oh my goodness. And then I went and listened to Future Nostalgia. That was the first album that I'd ever listened to in full. And it's my favourite album. Almost no skips. Boys Will Be Boys probably gets a skip from me. But, if I listen to an album, I'm not actually skipping anything. And Hallucinate as well. That was the second one that I listened to. And then I think I listened to Don't Start Now. And then I listened to the album. Virtual Insanity. This is a 2020 one by Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai is fantastic. He makes great music. I think Jake likes him quite a bit. But Virtual Insanity is a fantastic song. Baby Got Back. I don't know what year that would be by Sir Mix-a-Lot. But I love that song. That's probably the silliest song on here, but that's fantastic. Let's Go Away from Daytona. It's very 2021, 2022. Doing my A-levels. Yeah. Any 3-syllable word that sounds like A or R, I'm making a Daytona joke out of it. Or if it just ends in R. Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers. That's like one of the only songs I can very confidently sing. It's also fantastic. He says I know, I think 27 times. Yeah. The Night Has 1,000 Eyes by Bobby V. That was also another British Heart Foundation song. Ow, I've been ill all day. That's another British Heart Foundation song because they're stuck on Gold Radio for the old heads. And that came on. I was like, this is really good. So I Shazammed it and boom. Tell 'Em by Cochise and Snot. That is up there. That is up there. That song is fantastic. Kwaku showed it to me, and I thought it was alright when he showed it to me for the first time. When he sent it to me, it grew on me insanely. It's in my travel playlist. I think it's 2023 coded. These aren't the songs these aren't the years that the song was released, by the way. Dangerous, Michael Jackson. Not my number one favorite Michael Jackson song, because I think there's a few more. But Dangerous, 2020 coded. I think I heard it for the first time in Ghana when I was in year 5. And when I was 10 years old, when I went to Ghana for the first time, I think Echo showed me it, or he was playing it. And then I remembered it, and I was like, this song is fantastic. I love it. I love it. The whole Dangerous album that was the second album I listened to. I love it so much. Seating, the Kukak remix, by Huang Toiling. I know I didn't pronounce that correctly. But that, I think I found it on some Splatoon video on Twitter years ago. But I love it. Cookie by New Jeans. New Jeans, I'm not a K-pop fan, right? New Jeans, I would stand New Jeans back then when I listened to it. I think that's probably a 2022 type beat. But they had hit after hit after hit. There was a point in time where 100% of their discography was good. I don't, there's other stuff that I haven't listened to since, but when they first came out, oh my days, New Jeans were phenomenal. Just go and ask her what they're doing now. Apparently they've disbanded and it's not looking good. Superhuman by NCT 127. This is my number one favorite K-pop song by the group that I despise the most. They make absolutely booty butt cheeks music, NCT 127, and low-key NCT as a whole, right? Superhuman is... What were they doing in the studio? That song is phenomenal. Russian Roulette, Red Velvet. Any K-pop ones on here, you can thank Elle for that. Russian Roulette, Red Velvet. Fantastic. Love it. Set Me Free by Twice. Also love that one. Bloody Stream by Coda. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2 Battle Tendency opening music. Oh my days. It is so good. That's a 2020 type beat. Or 2019. I started watching JoJo in late 2019. All Around the World, Lisa Stansfield. I heard that on EastEnders, I think, for the first time, and it's great. I love it. 2021, 2022 type beat. Delhi by Ice Spice. Ice Spice's best song. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's Ice Spice's best song. That second verse, from what I've heard of Ice Spice, that second verse is the best thing she's ever done. It's fantastic. It is so good. It's on my short travel playlist. Gorillaz by Army of the Pharaohs, Jedi Mind Tricks, whatever you want to call it. I first heard that on NBA Live 07. And it's part of my study playlist. It's so good. One of my favorite rap songs. Over Tonight by Stacey Ryan. I love that song. It's so good. Her voice is so good. Although I didn't realize it at first, but Stacey Ryan, the woman who made the song, she's the same person who did that. Please don't text me when you're drunk. Ooh, or don't text me at all. That was her. That's the same person, which I thought was kind of funny. Sanctuary by Utada from a Kingdom Hearts game. I think the first time I heard it, I started levitating. I just started lifting up into the air. It's so good. I think I heard it on. I think Iggy put it on a Discord call one time. Phenomenal. Big Popper by Biggie Smalls. 2017/2018. That's almost as 2017-2018 as it gets. That song is, oh my days. I think I heard it from like Upper Rapper the Rapper thing, and I went to listen to the actual song. So good. Shake That, Eminem, Nate Dogg, also 2017-2018. The animation was funny. There's a whole bunch of songs and videos that I used to just endlessly watch on this iPad. After coming home from school in like year 8, year 9, usually on the toilet, I can't lie. And yeah, very nostalgic for that time. I Must Apologize, Pink Panthers. Also, up there, up there. That's like one of the first songs that I felt like properly emotional to. Um, Fantastic. And one of my earlier Pink Panther songs, I think. Okay, Faces by M Fasol, otherwise known as Fasol Prod, right? Instrumental funk music. Cobby, you know what I'm talking about, right? Jackman, any drawing. That was the first song in the in that mix, in that playlist. Um, Very nostalgic. 2021 vibes. Um, very nostalgic. Ruins by Toby Fox from the Undertale soundtrack. That's my favorite song from the Undertale soundtrack. Um, 2017, 2018, maybe even 2016. I don't know. But that song is fantastic. Windmill Owl from Sonic Unleashed. Fantastic. One Kiss by Dua Lipa and Calvin Harris. I love Dua Lipa, man. Pink Panthers, Dua Lipa, Michael Jackson, Olivia Dean. She's creeping up on my favorite artists. Bird of Prey by Zifa Blatt from Eurovision 2025. Phenomenal song. Also up there, up there. That's in my travel playlist now. 2025 vibes, obviously. Whiplash by aespa. Also one of my top favorite K-pop songs. So good. Elle and I, when we listened to it for the first time, we were like, Remember the Time by Michael Jackson from Dangerous has also been one of my favorite songs for a long time. Mary's Theme by Stelvio Cipriani from a movie. I can't remember what movie. I think I got recommended it, just the theme on YouTube one day. I clicked on it and I was like, this is really good, but I don't know what the film is from. Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry, right? Phenomenal. 2025 vibes, doing my dissertation. Obviously I mentioned Chuck Berry and the song Johnny Be Good. So I was listening to it a lot while doing my dissertation. Oh, great song. One of the one of the most famous rock and roll songs. Is so good. Remy Boy's Jersey Club, Hydro Boy. Oh my days. It's so good. I used to hate Jersey Club music. I used to hate the Jersey beat. Go and ask Kwaku, right? I used to hate it. That song is fantastic. Night of the Wind. I know I said His World was the best Sonic song, right? Night of the Wind is a very close second. I love that song. That song is fantastic. Untied by Con. I could go on for ages about Con, right? Artist from London, I think. Performs live sometimes. I've never been to see Con live. I would very much like to, because that would be sick. I'm probably, besides her family, I'm probably Con's biggest fan. Yeah, that's the only song by Con on Spotify, and I'm really sad about that. There's one more, but it's on YouTube only. Don't You Worry About a Thing, Stevie Wonder. I'm not sure what year that is. 2021, 2022, maybe. But Stevie Wonder is fantastic, obviously. Super Mario Praise Break by the 8-bit Big Band. So good. It's so good. I listened to it for the first time. I was like, this is going on the greatest. I can't even lie. Excuse me. Earth Song, Michael Jackson. One of my favorite. That's up there. That is one of my favorite songs of all time. It used to be my number one favorite song alongside Thingy. Swan Lake. It's my favorite Michael Jackson song. Creative Exercise on Thingy on Spotify, specifically by Kumu, who's one of my favorite online artists. Favorite artists, I guess. But just Creative Exercise from Mario Paint. Full stop. Yeah. Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, one of the greatest songs of all time. Moving on. California Love by Tupac and Dr. Dre. 2017-2018 Dream, of course. That was the time where I was listening to a bit of 90s rap for some reason. So that kind of sound makes me very nostalgic. Prince of Egypt by Mofe. I can't remember what year that is, but great song. Leave Me Alone, Michael Jackson. Again, don't know what year that is, but that's again one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. Bad is fantastic. The album. Jungle Boogie, Kool and the Gang. That's another one from my childhood. Love it. PYT. PYT is to blame. PYT is why I'm like this. Is why I'm in this whole Michael Jackson phase, and I haven't been able to escape it yet. I think I heard it in Reese's car. Back when we were still living. Well, I mean, we are still living together. He's barely ever there. In 74 North Walls. I heard it. I was like, "Is this the famous PYT?" And he was like, "Yeah." I went and listened to it again, and I was like, "This is fantastic." Battle Against the True Hero, Toby Fox from Undertale. One of my, again, like, that's the Undertale soundtrack is so good. Mr. Brownstone. Okay, there's stuff that I can't include because they're not really on Spotify, like Calamari Incantation from Splatoon, Jump Up Superstar from Super Mario Odyssey, and other things, right? Mr. Brownstone by Guns N' Roses is there. That's one of the ones where I just found it on my phone. I think someone had sent it over WhatsApp, and it was just on my phone, and I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, but that's one of the big three: Calamari Incantation, Mr. Brownstone, Jump Up Superstar. Big three, the first three in the travel playlist. Sentimente by Monica Liu. That's another Eurovision one. I can't remember exactly what year. Oh, Mr. Brownstone is a 2017-2018 dream, by the way. Sentimente. Can't remember what year of Eurovision, but that's one of my favorites. Illegal, Pink Panthers. Stateside, Pink Panthers. Phenomenal. Stateside makes me feel things, man. Stateside puts me in a freaking trance when I listen to that song. I love it so much. Not the Zara Larsson remix. I don't really like it. It's fine, but I prefer... I need to eat. It's fine, but I prefer the original. And Illegal is also fantastic. Gala by XG. Not K-pop, technically. I think they're Japanese. But great song. When you watch the music video, it's a little... Elle and I found it quite overstimulating the first time we watched it. But then I went and listened to the song on its own. And I was like, yeah, I like this. Bam Yang by BB, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Korean. It sounds Korean. Really, really, I want to say chill. Really nice. Really low-key one. Chase by Bata. That was the first JoJo intro that I really liked before I'd even started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just watched videos of all the intros, and that was the first one that really like stuck out to me. You Know What's Up by Donald Jones and Left Eye, Lisa Loops. That's like a 2021, 2022 sort of vibe, I think. That song is... I love it. It's really chill. It's really nice. And the last one on here is the most recent one that I added. I think it deserves to be here. Another Part of Me by Michael Jackson. Ever since I listened to Bad, I can't stop listening to that song. I can't stop singing that song. It's so good. So I think it deserves to be on here because I'd say it's probably one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. Every Michael Jackson song that's on here is one of my favorites. But yeah. So yeah, those are some of my favorite songs of all time. Calamari Incantation for Splatoon is also there, but you know it's not on Spotify, so I can't add it on Spotify. Yeah, this is what the time capsule is for. I'm probably gonna put some of these songs maybe on a cassette. I don't know, but I've got it. I think I got it on a USB or something, or an SD card. That's going in the time capsule, obviously, so I can listen to them in 30 years' time, where some of them might be like 100 years old, like Johnny B. Good, for example. Yeah. Maybe I should talk about music more.